Shri Gurubhyo Namah. Good morning viewers. In this video, we are going to see the effect of Rahu on different ascendants. Right from Aries to Pisces, we are going to see different videos. Each and every video, we are going to see about the placement of Rahu in different houses and its effect. Logically, when Rahu is placed in a house, exactly the 7th house Ketu will be placed. Considering these two planets, we will see based on the ascendants, that is based on the birth chart of a person, we call it as Lagna or Ascendant, how the effect of Rahu will be. If you are new to this channel, keep this channel subscribed so that you will get my videos immediately once I post it. Also you share with your friends and group. As per the Vedic astrology, Rahu and Ketu are invisible planets. They always deteriorate. They move in the anti-clockwise direction. Once in every 18 months, they shift one house to the other house in the anti-clockwise direction. So the effect of a permanent Rahu and Ketu in a person's horoscope, it depends upon the placement against the ascendant or the Lagna lord. Generally, Rahu and Ketu do not have any specific house, or they don't own any house. Rather, they take the power of the house from the placement of the house lord. So, Rahu and Ketu will act as the house lord of the particular ascendant. In case if Rahu is placed in Aries, it will behave like Mars. And if Ketu is placed in the house of Libra, it will behave like Venus. As these two planets, they are invisible planets, dark spot, we call it as Rahu. And to an extent, Ketu is not so dark, it will have a light emitting capability, where whenever there is a Grahana, when sun is being covered by Rahu, you will have complete darkness. But at the same time, if Ketu is responsible for the Grahana, solar eclipse, there won't be complete darkness, there will be a light shadow there. So in Vedic astrology, Rahu is considered as the most dangerous planet when compared to Ketu. Ketu is Moksha Karaka or Jnana Karaka, and Rahu is a Bhoga Karaka, which gives luxury, happiness, prosperity in life. At the same time, Rahu is a planet which also kills the person. It destroys all the luxury and it makes a person to come down to the street. And however big is, based on the placement of Rahu and Ketu in a person's horoscope, it is very tough to determine the effect of Rahu and Ketu. But there are certain houses where Rahu can definitely give good results. Same way, there are certain houses where Ketu can also give good results. Example, Rahu getting placed at Aries, Taurus, Cancer, Virgo as well as Capricorn. All these houses, it gives some good positivity. Irrespective of whether Rahu is placed in a positive way or negative way, but if it is placed in these houses, certainly it will give some good results. Same way, Ketu is getting associated with the houses of Jupiter like Pisces as well as Sagittarius, and to an extent at Virgo as well as Libra, it can give some positivity. The upper circle from Aries to Virgo, all these houses to an extent is favorable for Rahu, and the lower circle from Libra to Pisces seems to be favorable for Ketu. Generally, if Rahu and Ketu are getting associated to the 3rd house or the 6th house or the 8th house or 10th house, 11th house and 12th houses for a particular ascendant, it can give better results than being placed at the other houses.
Taurus, the second zodiac sign as per the Kalapurusha Tattva. For Taurus, if Rahu is associated with the first house Taurus, it is being the friendly house, the house of Venus, Rahu will get along with Venus easily. So, if Rahu is associated with the first house, the person can get good advantage during the Rahu Mahadasa. He will enter into the cine field, he will learn a lot of arts and science during that period. So, he will have more inclination towards arts and music side. it will help the person to have more inclination towards the music side. The person will be more humorous and he'll enjoy acting, doing stage drama, enjoy doing any creative work. Rahu is a planet which helps the particular native of the chart to learn certain aspect in terms of arts or science. It is very good when Rahu is associated, as it is giving the maximum benefit during the first house. You need to consider how the Venus is. The lord of the house Taurus, if it is placed in the 11th house and it is exalts at Pisces, the person can gain a lot. See, even though if the person is interested in music or any stage drama or something, he should get benefited out of it. So when the lord of the Taurus is at the 11th house, it turns out to be profit for him. So in such case, whatever the efforts that he is going to put in, he will get good results and he could gain a lot. But at the same time, if Rahu is strong at the first house and Venus is debilitates at the 5th house, then he may not get the required amount of name and fame. At the same time, he may drag his interest. He may be working in that particular field for long, but he may not get the recognition in time. So there will be some delay in getting any good results. So we need to see whether the Venus is placed well and Venus is exalts or debilitates, or if any bad planets like Saturn or Mars is being associated with Rahu and all. So we need to see a lot of aspects in that particular time. In your chart, if Rahu is good at the first house and if no negative planets are associated, and if the lord of the Taurus, Venus, is placed in a very good way, like it is in the Kendra houses or at least in the Trikona houses, or if Venus is very strong at the 11th house or at least is strong at the 6th house or at the Ascendant itself, then we can say the Rahu Mahadasha will do really good. But depend again, there is a question here, because what time the Rahu comes. In case if Rahu comes during the younger age, like it is below 18 years, then it may spoil the studies, but rather it will show you interest on the other side. But if Rahu comes on the middle age, between 30 to 50, is the right age for them to have a good career development. Again, if the Rahu comes at the later part of the age, like after 60 or 70, then it is not a big use of it. His rest of his life may be peaceful and happy. So this is the effect of Rahu when it comes on a different period. Now let us see if Rahu is there at the second house, that is in Gemini. So to an extent it is good. When a person is having Rahu at the second house, a person can talk very boldly, and some of them may show interest in advising others. During Rahu Mahadasha, some may show interest in astrology, numerology and other Vastu Shastra, where they can guide people and help them to get good support and they can earn out of it. So the second will indicate the effect of speaking. So during the Rahu Mahadasha, the person will show interest on different subjects. Some of them may show interest in traditional medicines like Ayurveda, Siddha and all. So second house to an extent good, but at the same time, second house if Saturn is associating or Saturn aspects Rahu at the second house, then he may not talk very nicely. There will be some problem in terms of speaking with others. He may lie sometimes, and Rahu Mahadasha may not give good results. When the second house is very good, it is positive and associated with Jupiter, then he may get married during the good period also. So if it comes in the right age, it is good for them to have a good family life, get settled down in life. It seems to be very positive for them. Now if Rahu is associated with third house, Cancer, then the person may travel different places. He may even go to foreign countries and earn a lot during the Rahu Mahadasha period. If Rahu is placed in any of these 5 houses like Aries, Taurus, Cancer, Virgo or Capricorn, and if these houses happens to be 3rd house or 6th house or to an extent 11th and 12th houses, it can give a lot of positive results. So 3rd house to an extent it will not be much negative. So the person will be hardworking, they can shine well in technology field. Some of them show interest in new technological developments, they show interest in IT sector and they can earn a lot when Rahu comes in the right age. Again, if the Rahu Mahadasha is coming on the later part of your age or it comes in the younger age, then it may not be much benefitable. Rather, it will spoil the studies. Now, if you consider Rahu at the 4th house, not so good, it will definitely spoil the studies when it comes in the younger age. But if the 4th house lord is being associated with Jupiter and if Jupiter aspects Rahu, then to an extent it is good. It turns out to be positive also. Again, if the 4th house is negative, Rahu is there at the 4th house, it will give certain benefits because a negative planet at 4th house, that is Kendra, can do some good effects also. But at the same time, the 4th house is being aspected by Saturn or being associated with any evil planets, then he may not find good source of income, and he may not be able to establish his own property in time. So there will be a lot of difficulties in achieving things. Now if you see in the 5th house, it seems to be great if Rahu is there at the 5th house. There will be good support from the children. Generally, as I said, Aries, Taurus, Cancer and Virgo as well as Capricorn, these houses seems to be best houses for Rahu, and if comes at the 5th house for the Taurus, there will be good support from the children. The parents get name and fame out of the children. So the children will study well, children will enter into sports and other activities. They even participate in dance, drama and other music side, and they can win out of prizes. By this, the parents can also earn the name and fame out of the children. So it's an indirect support from the children. Now if you consider Rahu at the 6th house, it is good because whenever the planets like Saturn and Rahu plays at 6th house, it is easy for them to come out of the loans. It is easy for them to buy assets. It will reduce the ill effects, the health related issues when Rahu is placed at the 6th house. But here, this Rahu should not be positive. When in 6th house, if Rahu seems to be more positive, like if it is conjuncted by Jupiter as well as Venus, or if it is being aspected by Jupiter and conjuncted with Venus, in the 6th house becomes more powerful. When 6th house becomes more powerful in positive way, then it may lead to a lot of problems also. So the person might face a lot of health related issues, have a lot of struggle in terms of settling down the loans and all. So 6th house to an extent it should be average. It should not be highly positive and it should not be highly negative also. Now if Rahu is at the 7th house, not good because it will spoil the family life. There will be conflict between husband and wife. There will be delay marriages. So if the 7th house is being aspected or associated with the positive planets like Jupiter or Venus, to an extent it is good. Otherwise, it will not show good results. There will be enmity with the friends. They won't have good trusted friend circle when Rahu Mahadasha comes. They will hate all the people. They will have a lot of problems if 7th house is badly affected. Now Rahu is placing at the 8th house. To an extent it is good because it is house of Jupiter, Sagittarius. So to an extent it can give positivity. Some of them can gain money out of social media, investing in shares or unknown means. They can get money out of the unknown circles, gambling or purchasing lottery tickets. So this may be to an extent fruitful for them, but if Jupiter is good and positive. But if the 8th house lord is not so good, it is being associated by Saturn or Mars, there will be some negative effects also. They have some mental imbalance, they will have some problems, they will face some tensions during the Rahu Mahadasha period. Now Rahu at 9th house, Capricorn. As I said, this house is very good for Rahu to be placed. There will be a lot of positive effects from the father and father's side family. The person can get the ancestors' property in time and they can enjoy the property. They can settle down in life very peacefully. So even though if they not earned a lot, they can get the amount out of gift. Some of the friends, some of the elder brothers can gift them some money, or they can gift them any properties through which they can earn a lot. So 9th house is very positive. Person can get lot of benefits from their ancestors. But at the same time, the 9th house is negative. If Saturn is associated or if Mars is exalts there in a negative way, then the person may even face a lot of troubles. Even the property that is owning, he has to lose the property and he will be in streets. So a lot of negative effects can also happen. Now if Rahu is placed at the 10th house Aquarius, to an extent it is good. Depends upon the Saturn's placement. It can do a lot of good things in terms of work. The person can get good job opportunities. He may travel different places. A lot of positive things can happen. Some of them may enter into cine field as a technicians. They can build their career when it comes in the right age. So it will help them to have a good and flourished life. At the same time, 10th house is badly affected. They face certain problems in terms of job. There will be frequent disputes with the seniors and they don't find any job satisfying them. So it looks very negative in terms of Rahu being placed at 10th house with bad planets associated. If Rahu is placed at the 11th house Pisces, it is really good because in Pisces if Rahu is placed, they can get a lot of benefits out of foreign investments. Some of them can travel different places, different foreign countries, and they can earn the foreign exchanges out of which they can build their assets in a very big way. Some of them can invest in share markets or buy gold or purchase land, and selling their property they can find a huge profit during the Rahu Mahadasha period. The level of profit cannot be explained because it is so huge that we can't even determine out based on the words. It depends upon the person to person, individual specialities. We could see a person at the age of even 70 or 80 getting 10 crores or 15 crores out of lottery tickets, the person might not have even dreamt in his life. So it is very positive, we can say. But in the same case, the 11th house is affected. It is not much negative because it is already the Jupiter's house, and 11th house there will be some delay in getting the assets. So they don't face any major challenges. If Rahu is associated the 12th house Aries, they get opportunities to travel different places. Some of them may continuously travel to foreign countries, but the problem here is some of them may spend sleepless nights, so they find difficulties in having a good sleep. So they have a lot of stress. They find a lot of challenges in facing their stress. They face some skin related problems when it comes in the 12th house. If 12th house seems to be positive, they spend a lot for positive causes, like they do charity, they donate to people, they help senior citizens, they help the children who are needing money, they educate children. So a lot of positive expenses could take place if 12th house is being positively associated with Rahu. But if the 12th house is negatively associated, if Rahu is placed badly, then they will spend a lot for drinks, other bad habits, and they need to spend a lot. Some of them may face even huge medical expenses also. Now in Taurus, there will be 3 planets associated, like the planet of Sun, Moon and Mars. The person is born on the Sun's Mahadasa, for example Kritika Pada 2, 3 and 4, then he will get the Rahu Mahadasa during the age of 23 at the most. So by 20 to 23 he will enter into the Rahu Mahadasa. That's the right age because he will come out of studies, he will be facing the Rahu Mahadasa. So a person is born on Rohini star of Moon, the person will get the Rahu Mahadasa during the age of 17 itself. So he may find difficulties in doing the post graduations during that particular period. He may face certain difficulties, certain challenges in the outside world. So he may enter into wrong habits, he get wrong directions, wrong friends. So it may spoil his career if the Rahu is not placed well in his chart. But if a person is born on the star of Mars, say Mrigasirisha, so all the time that is studying, that is from age 8 to the age of 25, where the prime age of studies will be covered by the Rahu Mahadasa. So he may face lot of challenges, troubles during the study period. So he get diverted into different aspects. He may not concentrate well on the study. If Rahu is placed well, then to an extent he can show interest in studies and do well. But if Rahu is not placed well, then he may not like his subjects. He may not show much interest in the studies. Once he come out of the studies and he start looking for a job, he may face a lot of problems and struggles in the workplace. So this is the effect of Rahu on different houses when compared to the Ascendant Taurus. In our next video, we will be seeing the Rahu's effect on Gemini's Ascendant.